Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku daily analysis for the S&P 500 for Tuesday, April 24th, 2012. Well, a market that remains in a downtrend today. Previous day's trading we had a candle that made a lower high and a lower low. Today's trading we have a candle with a lower high but a higher low. So a candle that doesn't change the trend to the downside, but in bar chart terms an inside day, and it does suggest potential for a change of trend. Basically, the sellers weren't strong enough to trade the market below the low, which traded down to roughly 1360. A white body candle, however, and we have seen a change of sentiment in this market, whereas on the for the previous day's trading we had the sellers making some solid net bearish progress. Today they've made net bullish progress. The buyers have made net bullish progress, so that could be significant for this market. The market is, however, still trading within the cloud, and we have found resistance just above the cloud. Previous day's trading we closed within the cloud, and once again today. So we have a neutral market in big picture terms. In terms of the other time frames, we're bearish in the medium term time frame by trading below the Kijun-sen, and also remaining bearish in the fast term time frame by trading below the Tenkan-sen. So some mixed signals, but bearish in the two fast term time frames. Looking at the Chikou span, that's below the corresponding price action, so that's confirming bearishness that we're seeing in the faster time frames. As I've mentioned, the market will find strong resistance around the top of the cloud, and we can see the shadow on the top here as the market traded outside of the cloud, and these buyers lost commitment around the roughly near the 1378 level as well. Tomorrow, moving forward, that 1378 level will also come into play, as will the top of the cloud, so we do have strong resistance overhead and good resistance extending all the way up to roughly 1390 around this swing high. We also have a flat Kijun-sen, and a flat Kijun-sen tends to attract price action, and that's what we've seen for today's trading. There is a possibility that we will see the market attracted back towards there. To the downside, we do have very strong support all the way through the cloud, extending down to roughly 1340, so very, very strong support below. So a market that's neutral in big picture terms, but remaining bearish in the short-term time frame. The sellers have lost control of this market, but the buyers did lose some commitment, so a market where the bearishness in the fast-term time frames is not supported any longer by the sellers. Next, moving to gold, and here we have a change of trend for today's trading. We have a spinning top type candle as the market rallied or attempted to rally above the 1643.7 level. Previous day's trading we had a downtrend in place, a small black body candle with a large shadow that tested to the important support area around 1625, and today a change of trend. Unfortunately, the change of trend has been on this indecisive spinning top type candle, so there is some doubt about whether the market will go on with the move. We did have the market trading back towards the flat Kijun-sen, and this is a good example of how the Kijun-sen can attract price action, and that's what we've seen today. But the market has been rejected from around those levels, at roughly around the 1650 level. In terms of the cloud, the market is trading below the cloud, so the market's bearish in the long-term time frame, but also bearish in the short-term and medium-term time frame by trading below the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen. If we do see this trend continue to the upside, obviously from when the market closed, 1643 is an important level. We also have strong resistance at 1651 and at 1655 at the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, and then above there to 1667. Below we have strong support down at 1625, where the market was rejected from 2 days ago. Also down to the swing low around 1612, but no solid support down below there until the market trades to 1577. So a bearish market in all three time frames, rallying on an indecisive spinning top type candle. The market is set up for a potential change of trend back to the downside. We have strong resistance overhead, but then again very strong support just down below where the market's trading. Next, moving to light sweet crude oil, and today we've had a change of trend to the upside. candle with a higher high and a higher low. Previous day's trading, it was a change of trend to the downside. So for the last 4 or 5 days, we've had the market moving between a first time frame uptrend and downtrend. So we're congesting within this tight range. Previously we were trending down quite strongly, retraced, and now the trend is oscillating between up and down in that first time frame. We're also trading within the cloud for quite some time, so we have a neutral market in big picture terms, a market that's really attempting to make up its mind. Quite often we've seen this market test down below the cloud, and this highlights very well how breakouts below a flat cloud can be false breakout signals, and we've had this flat cloud here for quite some time, and going forward we have a flat cloud extending all the way out to late May, so we do need to be very careful of any breakouts down below. Now all of those breakouts below have been on very weak candles with long shadows on the bottom, and candles where the sellers have lost commitment, so not the type of breakouts that you really like to see. Having a look at this candle, it is a fairly large white body candle in relative terms to some of the candles around it, and a candle where the buyers have taken control of the market as opposed to the sellers previously. The previous day's trading, the sellers also failed to take control. They lost commitment as the market tested below the flat cloud, as happened today. This market will potentially find strong resistance at the Kijun-sen again at 104.47. We can see here on 3 occasions of the last 6 or 7 days the market found resistance there, and if that doesn't hold, then we do have strong resistance at the 105.31 level, and then above to 105.85 at the top of the cloud. As I've mentioned, very strong support at the flat Kijun-sen at the bottom at 103, and then a zone of support extending down to 102, then 101, and then around number 100. So a market that's really very indecisive, neutral in big picture terms, bearish in the medium term time frame, but just bullish in the fast term time frame.